Dynamic class instantiation in Python. I have a bunch of classes in a module. Let's say. Now, in another module, I want to dynamically load all classes in players.py and instantiate them. I use the Python inspect module for this. I would underscore players expect to be a list of object instances like so. Let's suppose underscore str underscore returns the name, Homer, Barney ... However, I get the following error. The funny thing is that when I don't instantiate the class objects in a list comprehension or a for loop, everything works fine. So why doesn't Python allow me to instantiate the classes in a list comprehension / for loop? I tried it in a for loop, too. Or better, how would you go about dynamically loading all classes in a module and instantiating them in a list? Note, I'm using Python 2.6. Edit. Turns out I oversimplified my problem and the above code is just fine. However, if I change players.py to and change the fifth line in main.py to, I encounter the described problem. Also, that doesn't work either. It worked when I tested it on the REPL. It seems to have something to do with inheritance and default arguments. If I change the base class player to then I don't get the error, but the players' names are always Maggie. Edit 2. I played around a bit and it turns out the getMembers function somehow eats the default parameters. Have a look at this log from the REPL. Do you know of any alternative to getMembers from the inspect module? Edit 3. Note that issue class returns true if given the same class twice. Triptych. That's been the evildoer.
I ran your test code and it worked fine for me. That error is indicating that you are not actually setting the default name parameter on all of your classes. I'd double check. Edit. Note that issue class returns true if given the same class twice. So your code tries to instantiate player with no name argument and dies. Seems like you're overcomplicating things a bit. I'd suggest explaining your program in a bit more detail, perhaps in a different question, to get some feedback on whether this approach is even necessary. Probably not.
This line tries to call inspect.iClass with no arguments and gives the result of the call to getMembers as second argument. You want to pass the function inspect.iClass, so just do that. Edit. To be clearer, you want inspect.getMembers players, inspect.iClass. What do you think these parentheses do?
The following is a better way of doing what you want. Player.py, main.py, Note that you want to define a single class to hold the details of a player, then you can create as many instances of this class as required.